Is Propertymark worth the money? Today, I'm joined by Nicol, who is a former letting agent, now is an asset manager, and used to be regional exec for East Midlands for the Arla part of Propertymark. Is it really worth the money? Talk to me.
100%.
Of course, you'll say that.
Well, I'm slightly biased, but as you said, I'm a former regional rep, so I'm not in that sort of family at the moment. But I think everybody who is working in property, specifically working in lettings, should be a member of Propertymark. There are so many advantages to your membership that you
I
get.
mean, what was it, 200-300 quid a year or something like that?
Yeah, and when you look at the value that you get from that, so firstly, you get the in-person events every year. So obviously we have PM1, there's an additional cost for that. But if you remember, when you have the regional conferences, which I was at one last week, that's a full day of training and presentations from qualified solicitors about things that are happening, like the Renters' Rights Bill. You've got updates from Propertymark about what's happening in the industry with, Timothy Douglas, who has regular meetings with the government and really knows what's going on. You've got fact sheets on every piece of legislation that you need to know about as a letting agent. You can log into the members area and download a fact sheet about the Renters' Rights Bill, about smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. Every topic you can think of is covered. So if you have a moment where you're not sure, you've instantly got that go-to guide. And there's the legal helpline, which is an invaluable tool. You can literally pick up the phone as a Propertymark member and get through to the legal helpline, and you're dealing with trained legal advisors. They can then confer with their solicitors if there's specific information and advice that they think that you need, and they will guide you. And that would cost you alone hundreds of pounds if you were having to do that. And you can ring that as many times as you like within the month and the year. There's just endless benefits to Propertymark.
Why do you think only a third of letting agents are Propertymark members?
I think some just don't understand or know that it's out there. And as I said previously, this is the problem with our industry. You have the good agents, and they are the ones who are getting the qualifications now, who are joining organisations like Propertymark because it's a voluntary body. You have others who don't even know that it exists. And obviously, Propertymark are trying to change that. They're doing a lot of promotion at the moment. They've got the partnership with Phil Spencer, with iMove, and all of that is great for building traction.
Do you think it's a responsibility of individual letting agents who are Propertymark members to kind of wave the flag as well?
Of course, yeah. And I have been so passionate about Propertymark since I became a member. And in fact, when I joined my previous organisation, it was a condition of the employment. When I accepted the role, I said that I wanted to complete my Propertymark level 3 qualifications and for them to pay for membership as part of that. And they did. And we've been members ever since, and I wouldn't ever look back.
What would your final message be to anyone watching this, thinking on the fence of joining or not?
Well, the other thing that I would say is, having been to the regional conference on Thursday, Nathan Emerson, who is our CEO, was talking about an exciting new product, Connect, and the benefits of that are huge. You not only get all the things that I've previously mentioned with like the legal helpline, the fact sheets, but there's also this buying en masse buying power where you'll be able to actually save money on the costs that you encounter every week, every month by running your business. That's going to be reduced, and you're going to get credits for things like AML checks. You're going to get also your PI insurance, massive extra sort of added value through Connect. So whether you want to go down that route or just have the support of the basic membership, it's well worth the annual fee.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a massive fan of Propertymark and what they do, and I think it's damn good value for money myself. Not been paid to say that. I'm just a massive fan of it. So if you're a letting agent and even an estate agent, do bear that in mind. I think it's a fantastic organisation, and what it offers in return is more than what it costs. Thank you for your time today, Nicol.